Alright, if you just come over from the Be Unique page, hello again. And to anyone who has recently subscribed to this channel, because I've been seeing loads of people subscribe to this channel, hello and welcome. It's not really going to be much of a hair channel anymore. If you want that stuff, then you need to go over to my other channel, which is Be Unique Hair Care. But right now, for those people who have been following me for a while and they know that I have another channel which is Be Unique Hair Care, from now on I'm going to start posting more kind of personal videos on this channel. And the first set of news I have for those people that don't know is that I am 35 weeks pregnant today. I will try and give you a belly shot or a belly picture or whatever. I'll try and put in some other pictures as well, because obviously I'm like over 8 months now. And yeah, I've got quite a few pictures, and I haven't posted any videos on my Be Unique channel since March. The last video I posted on my Be Unique channel, I was pregnant in that video, but I didn't know I was pregnant. So yeah, and I haven't posted on this channel in ages. So yeah, this is going to be more of like a personal channel. And right now I just want to kind of share with you some things about this pregnancy. This is a really special, a very, very, very special pregnancy. I mean, every pregnancy is special, but for my husband and our families, this is it's been a long time coming. A long time coming. My husband and I, we've been together for 15 years. 15 years in December. We've been married for 5 of those years, and we've had some complications in trying to get pregnant. So this in fact is an IVF pregnancy. I'm not going to go into the wheres and wherefores, the ins and outs of why we had to go for IVF, but it was an IVF pregnancy. And we found out towards the end of 2010 that that would probably be our only option. It was to have IVF. We have had 4 rounds of IVF since 2011. The first one didn't work. The second one, I fell pregnant in 2011. Yeah, because we did it twice in 2011. I fell pregnant in 2011, but I lost the baby at 6 weeks, which was heartbreaking. Third time didn't work. Then we took a long kind of break and started back on the the cycle that this baby came from. We started I think we started kind of all the tests and the procedures last year, September, I would say. I really think it was September. And it was pretty intense. It was pretty intense. We went with a clinic called ARGC. I can't remember what ARGC stands for, but I'll put it up there wherever. We did not do any of our 4 cycles on the NHS. Even that is a long story in itself. For any American subscribers, NHS, if you don't know, is our National Health Service. We do not, over here in England, we don't have to, or even in the UK, we don't have to pay for our health service. So if I want to go see a doctor, I go see a doctor. If I need an operation, I'll have an operation. But if necessary, you can choose to go private if that's needed, or in the case of IVF, sometimes you're refused by your NHS or by your local NHS provider, so you might have to go private. So yeah, we've done 4 cycles of IVF privately, and this 4th one has got us this far. IVF is not easy. It's not easy, and on we have on none on any of our cycles, we have never frozen our eggs. So we've had to have a fresh cycle every time, and that means me having to inject myself with various hormones, various medications for several weeks at a time. There can be side effects to those medications. With this last cycle, it has been really hard because of the clinic that we chose. The clinic has a high success rate, but the monitoring and the procedures that you have to go through are pretty intense, and there's extra steps that they take to ensure the viability of your pregnancy. So I had some side effects from taking the medication, and also from the moment I hit 6 weeks, I've been sick. Not like your normal kind of nausea that you would have when you're pregnant, you're throwing up, but I have been sick from 6 weeks up until now. Just throwing up. At various times, it was at various frequencies. It was every day, then it might have been once a week, then I might have got away with going 2 weeks without being sick. But I don't think I've gone longer than 2 weeks without actually physically throwing up. And it's come back with a vengeance in this kind of last countdown bit, as well as having the normal tiredness of being pregnant, and I haven't been able to enjoy food for a really long time. So I'm just trying to think where I am in my story. Okay, so like I said, this is an IVF pregnancy, and it one of the complications obviously has been me being sick. That happens to other women as well. But what we went when we went for our 20-week scan, and let me just tell you, actually, we're having a girl. We're having a girl. Just so you know, when we went for our 20-week scan, I was getting to the point where I was feeling really confident in the pregnancy, because when you have had IVF, when you had a miscarriage, you're very wary, and you know that nothing is simple until that child is in your arms. But I was getting to the point where I was getting quite confident, feeling comfortable, not feeling scared every time I went for a scan. So we went for a 20-week scan, and the, I don't know, what do you call the person that does the ultrasound? Anyway, the person that does the ultrasound, I swear they've got like a name. The person that does the ultrasound, she was quite quiet. I know they're quiet anyway when they usually do that, but I said to her, "Is everything okay?" Expecting her to say, "Yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine." She said that she couldn't see 4 chambers in the heart. So we've been through all of that, and it's like, okay, now you're telling me you can't see 4 chambers in my baby's heart. So obviously I was upset, my husband was upset. They got in a second pair of eyes, and they were like, "No, we can't, we can only see 3 chambers." They got me to get up, get dressed, and go and sit in a quiet kind of room, and there was a Bible there. And I picked up the Bible, and I think I turned to Psalms, and I was reading one of the Psalms, and then in my head I was just singing a song. I have it on my Mary Mary album. I just can't give up now. I've come too far from where I started from. So yeah, I'm not gonna sing it anymore, but yeah. So yeah, nobody told me the road would be easy, but I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me. So, you know, I just had that song in my head. I was humming it over and over again. And the head midwife came in and she said that they were going to refer us to St. Thomas's Hospital, where they have a special fetal cardiology unit. So 2 days later, we went there, and I think I'm going to cut a long story short. I don't think I'm going to go on and on and on about this. But 2 days later, we went there, and they basically told us that the diagnosis is that the baby's heart is on the right hand side. It's the wrong way round, so the valves are going in different places, not going where they should be. Yeah. And one of the names that for my baby's condition is hypoplastic right heart syndrome. Now, hypoplastic left heart syndrome is quite common, but it's harder to rectify apparently. Whereas hypoplastic right heart syndrome isn't that common, but can be easier to work with. But you know, with any open heart surgery on a small baby, it's going to be, you know, life threatening. There's about 5 different things that are wrong with the heart. But the main so I don't even know how to explain it properly. So basically, because of the heart's on the right, that's not really an issue. But the right ventricle in the heart is smaller than all of the other 3 chambers, the right bottom ventricle, and the blood isn't necessarily flowing properly. So it's not getting around the body as efficiently as it should do. One of the valves is narrowing, or is it widening? I can't remember. But there's issues. So we had to deal with that. So this has not been an easy pregnancy. On top of that, the same day when they diagnosed that, they told us that the baby's stomach was in the wrong place, that it's possibly missing half of its diaphragm. I think that was about it. I can't remember, but they said that we'd have to go back when the baby got a bit bigger so they could see properly. So, you know, the last kind of point where we're at is the only problem that's wrong. The only problem that the baby has is its heart. The stomach's fine. The diaphragm is all there. Now they've seen baby bigger. All of that stuff's fine. It's just the heart. So they've told us that within the first 2 weeks of life, possibly, our baby will need a operation. But they're kind of not too sure, because it's kind of hard to diagnose while the baby's still in the stomach. So once she's out, they can look at that and see whether they need to do that first operation or not. The first operation being that they want to put a band around the pulmonary artery so that the blood isn't gushing to the baby's lungs. But they've said, from what they can see, is that it seems to be narrowing itself. So they're not sure if they're going to need to do that or not. So that would be the first operation. The second operation the baby will need when she's 6 months old. I can't remember what that's for. There's a name for that operation as well. And then she'll need a third operation when she's 2 or 3 years old. Now, hopefully that will never fix the heart completely, but it will rectify it in such a way that she will have, many years of life. And they said that maybe perhaps when she gets into her 20s, possibly even into her 30s, then the heart might start deteriorating and she'll need a heart transplant. I'm not even thinking that far ahead. Number one, because I trust in my Lord, my God, my Father, who will, you know, through him all things are possible. And also that times medical things in medicine are changing so quickly, that it's getting so advanced that, you know, by the time my child's 20 or 30, you know, these amazing things would have happened in medicine. I'm also of the belief that by prayer and petition, God will help you. God will help you. And even on all those trials of IVF, you know, I was fasting. There were times when I I did lose my faith. But funny enough, it was the first time that my husband, you know, started. He fasted with me for the first time ever. So there are certain. I truly believe that we go through certain things to allow us not just for us to be stronger people, but for us to then have a testimony of how God has worked in our lives. And you can pass that testimony on to other people, for them to be hopeful of things. So I know there's going to be people out there who have had miscarriages. I know there's going to be people out there who have, you know, tried, you know, several cycles of IVF, and probably more times than us. But if you keep the faith, the Lord will do great things for you. And I truly believe that this child is a miracle. I truly believe that when she comes into the world, she is gonna do great things. And we've already picked her names in such a way that hopefully that will manifest in her life. But I believe that my child is going to be born into this world to be a light in this world. She's going to do amazing things, because God did not God has a plan. God has a plan. So that's where I am right now. They are going to, and that's where we are right now with our baby and everything. They're going to induce me on the 10th of November. So the week commencing the 10th of November, there's going to be a little baby Raji, a little baby B Unique coming into this world. And I'm not sure how long I'm going to be in the hospital for. I wanted to share my story with you, so that obviously you knew where I've been, what's been going on, for those people that follow Be Unique Hair Care, but also so that I could, you know, share a testimony with you. And you know, when we found out, well, just before we found out, I was kind of looking for a new church. I hadn't been to church in ages. I didn't want to go back to the church that I was going to, and I was looking for a new church, and I just used the internet, and I found a church that's like 10 minutes from my house in a car. 10 minutes from my house, and it has been amazing. I'm really sorry. It has been amazing, and one of the amazing things for me, and to other people it might not seem that big, but for me it's a big thing, is that I don't have to ask my husband, are you coming to church? My husband is not born again. He's not been saved. I'm born again. But I don't have to ask him, is he coming to church? If he hasn't got work, he's up and he's ready to come to church. And there's no moaning, nothing. It's just amazing. And I always said that before I bring a child into this world, I wanted to find a church that I felt comfortable in, that would allow us to grow as a family, that would allow my child to be open to the word of God, to have a firm foundation, because that's what I had when I was growing up. I had a firm foundation in Christianity. That's how my mum brought me up. And even though as I was growing up, as a teenager, even as a young adult, I might have diverted from that path, because of that foundation, I've always come back to God. I've always known that I can find refuge in the Word and in the Bible. So I want my child to have that as well. So yeah, the church that I go to now is wonderful. Been going there since maybe June or July. I can't remember which month, but I just feel like I'm in the right place. And there's another woman at church that's pregnant, and we had a surprise baby shower just gone Sunday. So it's great. I'm gonna stop talking now, because I've been talking for a long time. If you've got any questions, put those in the comments, and I'll try and answer them for you. Like I said, I'm not going to go into the ins and outs of why we had to have IVF, but I'll try to answer questions the best I can. And obviously, for those believers out there, those kingdom people, I would appreciate your prayers. I'm just kind of this is my first kind of YouTube video for ages, and I've kind of been on a hiatus from everyone, really. So I'm just trying to get back into making my phone calls, doing my videos, talking to people that I need to talk to. So those believers out there, those kingdom people, send up your prayers for me, for my family, for my baby. That would be really appreciated. And I will try and update you again. Let me try and do a belly shot for you. Not sure how this is gonna come out. Okay, are we there? Don't think you can even really see it that much. Is this gonna come out? Yeah, I don't even really look that big, I don't think, but that's my belly. My belly. I will try and put some pictures in for you. God, look at this mess. I'll try and put some pictures in for you to look at, so you can see how I've been kind of growing. I did make some other videos in between, my last March one and now. I don't know, I might put them up, I might not, but that's the full story. That's where I've been, that's where I'm at, that's where I'm going. Thank you, goodbye.